Good morning, students. For our first virtual lesson, I wanted to give you a little bit more instruction on how to complete this intonation graph that was passed out right before spring break. I'll upload a digital copy in case you didn't get one or misplaced it. So, on this intonation graph, obviously put your name and your instrument, the date, and if you don't have a separate observer, that's fine. It can be you can be the separate observer. And so what we want to do is, it might be counterintuitive, but the lower on the page is the lower pitch, and then it works up to the higher notes. So, whatever your lowest note is you can play on your instrument, you would find the lowest one on this page and start there. So for like trumpet, the lowest note I can play is F sharp. So I'm going to find the lowest F sharp on the page, and that's where I'll start marking and then work my way up. Okay? Now, you should warm up and play for a good 15 minutes or so and make sure you tune on a good tuning note before you get started with this. And you can use any kind of tuner. I've got tonal energy up. I like to use that. You could use Bandmate Chromatic Pro Tuner or Bandmate Chromatic, that's a free one. Another one that I love is the Stroba Tuner. That one's kind of an expensive app, but I might show you that one too. But whatever tuner you want is fine, but you want to check your intonation tendencies on these different notes. And you're going to find that you thought you were playing these notes pretty well in tune, but some of the notes you're really far off from. And that's what this is all about. It's just getting to know your tendencies, because once you know, then it's easier to fix those mistakes. So I'm going to go ahead and play a few of my notes. Now, what I don't want to do is see that and then make adjustments immediately. So if you are your own observer, you have to close your eyes when you play and play with your most relaxed sound. So I'm going to play my low F sharp. And so when I opened up, I saw, well, that low F sharp is about 33 cents sharp. So I am going to take my form, and on my low F sharp, I'm going to write a little tick mark far to the right, because it only goes up to plus 30. So I was playing that one quite sharp. And I might even write next to the exact number, 33. Okay? And now I'm going to go to the low D. Low G. Now that one was pretty well in tune. When I looked at it there at the end, it said plus 14. This might be easier if I had it right in front of me to read, but I've got it behind me so you guys can see it better than I can. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and mark on that low G, plus 14. Anything plus or minus 10 cents isn't too badly out of tune. Low A flat. So it was about 10 cents flat at the end of that. Again, if I had this in front of me, I might see a little bit different information. I'm going to mark that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put this in front of me so I can try it like you guys are going to be doing it. So that one was plus about 14 cents. And so sometimes you're not completely steady on the pitch, and that's understandable. So in that case, you obviously need to work on your steadiness, but try to just sort of take the average of where you're at. That one I was pretty well in tune on. I was only plus 5. So I'm going to put that tick mark and put a 5 over it. That one I was about minus 7 when I looked at it. And again, once you see it, you're going to adjust real quickly. So it's best to close your eyes and open your eyes, and whatever it says whenever you first open your eyes, That's what you're looking for. All right, I'm going to do one more. So I was about -10 on that one. Okay. So let me show you what this looks like on my paper so far. So here we go. Can you see that? So I've put tick marks next to each of those notes, and I've put how much plus or minus. And so as I start to graph this from my lowest note to my highest note, I'll really get a sense of which notes are pretty centrally tuned and well tuned on my instrument, and which notes are really out of whack that I need to work on. And there's some that are really difficult to tune. Later on, I've got a lot of great tips and tricks. When you find out which ones of those notes are not in tune, then the next question is, well, how do I play those in tune so I can blend better with my band and just sound better on my own too. And so I've got some tips and tricks that are coming to help you take further action. But the first step is just to figure out that information on your own. Which notes am I playing well in tune? Which notes am I not playing well in tune? So again, if this is going to be a good test for you, you really need to warm up and play your instrument for about 15 minutes so it comes up to a good steady temperature, and then go through your chromatic scale from the lowest note you can play in your instrument to the highest note. Okay? Hope that you learned some things through this exploration of your intonation on your instrument, and that it affects your playing in a positive way. I wish you all the best. If you are using tonal energy, let me just say one quick reminder: make sure it's on equal temperament and not on pure or just temperament, because that's going to affect some of the notes. So equal temperament for this assignment if you're using Tonal Energy app. Okay? All right. Hope you guys are having a great day, and even though, like I said, we can't meet together and play as an ensemble, we're going to do a lot of things to help you grow as musicians, and I look forward to the day when we can get together and play again. So have a great one. Bye-bye.